Hey, how's it going, guys? Mr. Boss for the win here, and in today's Grand Theft Auto 5 video, we're doing another Q&A video where I take your questions from Twitter and I answer them all in this video. Now, in today's Q&A video, we've got a lot of amazing questions to talk about, specifically what's coming up next in Grand Theft Auto Online, the end of 2016, maybe what we can look forward to in 2017, and of course, a whole lot more. Now, as always, if you want to get involved in the next Q&A video, all you have to do is go down in the description, follow me on Twitter, and use the hashtag AskBoss whenever I'm looking for Q&A questions, and you might find yourself featured in the next video. But of course, without the way, guys, let's not waste any more time. Let's jump straight into it and let's get it started. All right, so our first question today comes from Mad Boys, who tweets at me, do you think the next DLC will introduce the best money-making method? So I'm assuming Mad Boys is talking about the high-risk, high-reward, vehicle-based business importing and exporting. And Mad Boys, I sure hope so. We've kind of seen a trend of that going in that direction. Finance and Felony brought amazing money-making opportunities. Bikers brought some good money-making opportunities. I don't think as great as Finance and Felony, but it was still a nice and welcome addition to the game. So I hope importing and exporting cars or doing whatever is a great way to make money. But I'm also still working with App Bounty. You guys know I've been working with them for a couple weeks now, and you really seem to like what they're doing, what their app does. Basically, if you don't know or you didn't watch my last few videos, I'll leave a link to it in the description. Check it out. I'll also leave a link to my promo code, which gets you 50 free credits. Essentially, all you have to do is download apps, and you can just earn credits, which gets you Xbox cards, PSN cards, Amazon cards, Steam cards, and you can turn those around and you can, make them into shark cards, which is essentially free Grand Theft Auto Online money. So the reason I like working with them so much is because I know not everyone has time to be on Grand Theft Auto 5 or Grand Theft Auto Online all the time, and I know that some of the money-making methods that we currently have in game can be kind of a grind or can be kind of difficult. So this is something that you can do that when maybe you have a break during school, or maybe you're just chilling out at home and you kind of want to buy some time. You can hop on this app, you can earn some credits, get some free shark cards. That's kind of what I've been doing, and it is a great way to make a little bit of extra cash while you're not playing GTA Online. But yeah, I do hope when it does come to this next DLC, if it is the importing and exporting, the high risk, high reward one, that it does offer an extremely great money-making opportunity for us in online. But unfortunately, knowing Rockstar, they always sort of have a system of checks and balances put in place that kind of prevents us from just like making a ton of money. So I'm hoping they kind of let the reins off a little bit on that, especially because it is during the holiday times. I hope they let us go a little bit wild with making money, but who really knows? We absolutely have zero information on this update, so we really don't know how the little details of making money are going to go. All right, the next set of questions I really got asked today was about, are we going to be seeing, a new trailer? Are we going to be getting more information this week? Is more screenshots going to be coming out this week regarding the next Grand Theft Auto Online update? And I think that you guys might actually be onto something here. So you know that in just 2 short days, or on Tuesday, our current Grand Theft Auto Online event week is going to be ending. And it's unlikely that anything else will be started on that day because Rockstar don't have any more unreleased content from Bikers left. That's it. They've drained it all. The kind of drip feeding of content is now over. And if they want to add more content into the game, they're going to have to do it with a new formal DLC. And that has a lot of people thinking, is this finally going to be the week in which we'll receive new information on a new update in Grand Theft Auto Online? And I think this week could be the start of when we see maybe something like this. My best guess would be probably towards the end of the week, maybe on Thursday. And if not this week, then certainly probably next week, because we're going to be getting into the beginning of December soon, and if Rockstar wants to release an update in December, I think they might be running out of time in order to try and announce this, get a trailer out, get some screenshots out. So yeah, I think we definitely need to keep our eyes peeled this week. Maybe not necessarily for a trailer, but definitely for either a teaser or some information, or even possibly some screenshots, which would be super cool. So another question I got a lot about was for the Christmas 2016 update, a DLC that hasn't even been formally really announced yet, but I guess a lot of you guys are in the holiday spirit, are ready for that Christmas 2016 update. A lot of you guys were talking about, do you know any details? Do you know what's going to be coming out? Do you know what's going to be happening? Do you know what sort of cars we're going to be getting? And I think a lot of this is spawned maybe from a video I made on Thanksgiving where I had like a Christmas 2016 wish list, and a lot of you guys seem to be very optimistic, but honestly, I want to scale scale back my expectations for what to expect with this Christmas DLC. Obviously, I think it's going to come out maybe about 4 or 5 days before Christmas. I think that the snow is going to be coming along with it on a few special days as well. I think we'll have maybe 1 or 2 or possibly even 3 new vehicles, maybe a new weapon. I would imagine Rockstar would add all the clothing and the masks from the previous Christmas updates back into the game. And really, that's about it. I don't expect there to be like anything outlandish or crazy. The wish list that I made a couple days ago was definitely a more optimistic view at what Rockstar could do in the game with like the Santa's drops and whatnot and all the Christmas lights having on the buildings and whatnot. But I really don't think Rockstar is going to do that. So I want to tone down my expectations, but I still think it's going to be really awesome. If it's new content, it's new content. I know Rockstar is going to do it well. And I love all the returning stuff too, like the snow, the giant Christmas tree, and all the clothing and masks that we're going to get to wear as well. Should be a nice addition to the game, and it should make for a pretty epic holiday update. Moving on, another question I got from a lot of you guys was about a 7th property or even the ability to possibly purchase an unlimited amount of garage storage. So regarding a 7th property, I don't know if Rockstar is going to add it just because they added a 6th one so recently. So I find it hard to believe that they would, just add a 7th one so soon. But that kind of brings us to a bigger topic. Why doesn't Rockstar just allow us to have an unlimited amount of properties in the game? I don't really see the reason why we can't. And it's not like you're forcing the properties down anyone's throats. If you want to buy a property, you can. But if you don't want to, you can just completely ignore them. So it's a win-win situation for everyone, yet Rockstar still limits us here. So I'm not sure what the deal is with the 7th property or even an unlimited amount for that regard, because honestly, I would probably buy a lot of 10-car garages. You guys know with all the live streams we've been doing recently, I've really been filling up space, and I would have no problem buying like 10 or 11 or 12 garages just so I didn't have to disable and get rid of all the vehicles that I have to replace in the game. So I wish we really could get an unlimited amount of property space. That would certainly be awesome, but I'm not sure why Rockstar hasn't done that yet. So these next 2 questions I'm kind of going to be answering back to back. This first one comes from Gavin Smith, who tweeted me, will you expect another surprise DLC for January 2017? And that's an interesting question because I don't know if Rockstar would do the same pattern there. You guys know in January of 2016, they released the Drop Zone update, which was a completely surprise update, and it included the 2 Benny's supercars. And I wonder if indeed Rockstar will repeat themselves and do the same thing with a surprise in 2017. I doubt it would be a surprise because at that point it would become a pattern. But it is kind of making me curious if Rockstar will do anything in January right after the new year. And it will also be interesting if they do anything regarding Benny's vehicles. And that's my next question from Lightning Jet, who says, do you think there will be any more Benny's vehicles? If not, do you think there will be a new type of custom shop? So I think if we are going to be getting a new Benny's vehicles, it will either come in the update we're going to receive in December, like the high-end, high-reward export update, whatever that's going to be, or another surprise update, just like the January 2016 one. And I don't know, I think there is a lot of potential for a ton of great Benny's vehicles like the Futo and the Comet, just to name a few there, but I'm not really too sure. It seems as if Rockstar did a great job with Benny's for a long, long time. They had Lowriders, January 2016 update, Lowriders Customs Classics, and they've kind of abandoned it ever since. So I'm really not too sure. I really hope so because there's a lot of great options as far as vehicles go, but I just really have no idea what Rockstar is up to. This next question comes from Christian, who tweets at me, because Rockstar added the armored trucks back into Grand Theft Auto Online, do you think they will add any of the other old free mode events? So Christian, this is important. The armored trucks are back in online, but they're not really back in online. It seems like it's sort of a glitch that has to do with some of the biker resupply missions. So as cool as the old free mode events were, like the rare crate drops and these money trucks, I just think Rockstar have completely gotten rid of them because they want people to focus on the new free mode updates. So unfortunately, I do not think we will be seeing any of those old free mode updates back in Grand Theft Auto Online really anytime soon. Moving on, we've got another question from Dominator Ducky, who tweets at me, how many vehicles do you think we will get in the high-risk vehicle-based business ventures DLC? So just based off of Rockstar's recent pattern, I'm going to say anywhere from 10 to 15. I think we got way more than that with the bikers update, but honestly, I think it was a little bit easier for Rockstar to introduce bikes into the game, so that's probably why we saw more than the typical updates. But yeah, I would say anywhere from 10 to 15, probably the max you're going to see is somewhere around 20. That is a lot. And I honestly don't know how much they're going to cost. That's why I haven't made any predictions yet, because we literally only have about 2 sentences worth of details on this update, and then just some guesses and some predictions based off of what Rockstar has done in the past. But yeah, based off of what we've seen so far, I would say anywhere from 10 to 20 is a safe bet as far as brand new vehicles we're going to see in this business exporting, importing vehicle DLC. And our final question today comes from Harris Pilton, who tweets at me, if the supposed GTA 5 single player DLC eventually comes out, do you think we'll get updates for it just like we get for Grand Theft Auto Online? I don't think so, because that's not the nature of how a single player update works, because it's supposed to be offline. If we are going to be getting a single player DLC, it's going to work just like the way the transition from Xbox 360 and PS3 was to PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. New content will be downloaded into the game, and I think that will be it. I mean, Rockstar could obviously do patches and updates, but as far as continually adding new single player content, I don't think that's something they would do. I think they would just focus more on the story, maybe adding new characters, of course, new vehicles, weapons, clothing, and more, but I'm not sure they would continually update it like they do the online DLCs. But really, that's all the information I have for you guys in this video today, and that's all the questions that we're going to be tackling in this week's Q&A video. As always, if you want to get involved in the next one, all you have to do is go in the description, follow me on Twitter, use the hashtag AskBoss whenever I'm looking for Q&A questions, and you might find yourself featured in the next video. If you did go on and enjoy this one, though, a like rating would, of course, be awesome, as well as subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are new, or you like daily GTA 5 videos like this. With all the way, guys, like I said, thanks so much for watching, take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video.